Welcome back to 101 East in Bangkok. 7 years ago, Hat Kung crossed the border from Myanmar into Thailand in search of a job and a future. But as he told us, what he found was mostly hardship and exploitation.
26-year-old Hat Kung has been working in the Thai-Myanmar border town of Mae Sot for 7 years. From Arakan state in Myanmar, he is unmarried and works in a wood and furniture factory.
Actually, they don't consider us human beings at all. Sometimes at work they sexually harass the women workers. Sometimes they beat us. If the owner thinks someone is not working, he shouts and uses abusive language.
Hat Kung is now fighting to improve the wages and working conditions of fellow Burmese migrants.
We left our country because there are no jobs. We came here illegally, and the factory owner knows this. He's exploiting the situation to break the labor laws and exploit us. He knows that the economic situation in our country is not good. Because we are illegal, he can get cheap labor and pay the lowest possible wages. Here in Mae Sot, the police prey on Burmese workers like us. When they catch a worker outside the factory, they steal all their money, take their bicycle or motorbike and throw them into the police cells to be sent back to Burma. So really, we are working for the police and not ourselves. We are treated like slaves. Factory owners cut money from our wages and police steal our money. So although we are working, we are also starving. We are slaves.
From Lumpini Park in Bangkok, where we're discussing the problem of immigrant labor in Thailand. And joining me to do that are, from my right, Sunai Pasok of Human Rights Watch, Nara Ratanarut, who is with the Thai Office of Foreign Workers Administration, and Giles Ungpakorn is an associate professor at Chulalongkorn University. Gentlemen, thanks for being with us. Mr. Nara, let me put the question of registration to you again. Are you amending the system at all?
We have many measurements of helping illegal workers to transform to legal workers. First of all, we let them to come in and we release them. And after that, we invite the official of the origin country of 3 neighboring countries to come to verification of his citizen in Thailand. And after that, they give identification card and we give visa by not repatriate them to his country.
The problem here, and Giles, even the rights agencies say the Thai government is making an effort here.
Well, let's look at the attitude of the Thai government to those that survived the tragedy. They sent them back. These people have been through the trauma of their friends and family suffocating in vans, and they were sent back. Now, this country has been built on immigrant labor. Most of the people in Bangkok are of Chinese origin.
But from a practical perspective, from a
practical perspective, Thai economy requires immigrant labor. That's the practical perspective.
But the practical perspective is also that these people need to be brought into the system somehow, and they are making an effort.
They need to be brought into the system in terms of getting social insurance and having trade union rights and being paid the same rates as Thai workers.
Is this fair criticism?
It is fair on both sides that on one hand we see good effort of the government still plagued by bureaucratic red tapes and complications. On the other hand, yes, there exists well-established hostile attitude among Thai authorities and Thai employers who want to exploit and suppress migrant workers to ensure that they still enjoy cheap labor.
Mr. Nara, do foreign workers have equal rights in Thailand?
If they come by legal way and they have a semi-skill or a professional skill, they receive much more than Thai people. For local skill, we not accept for foreigner, but they come by neighboring country by illegal worker. By our law, we not accept for low skill.
But
we want to Thai worker to work.
Well, the majority of Burmese workers are low skilled.
But even the ones, can I stop you for 1 minute there? Even the ones that are necessary that come here are treated badly.
I mean, the problem is the low-skilled workers, because Burmese workers are doing low-skilled, dirty, dangerous jobs. So it's actually irrelevant to be talking about the high-skilled European or foreign workers. We're talking about Burmese workers who work in the fishing industry, who work in the rice mills, who work in factories, and who work as domestic workers.
Is there a solution?
Well, for now, the registration costs have been borne by the employer in the case that they bother to register their migrant workers, but that at the same time tie the fares of workers to the mercy of their employers, who can terminate the employment anytime, and with that, by 7 days, the 7-day time frame, if they couldn't find a new job.
What's the proposed solution?
I think it is still possible to reduce the registration fee, first of all. And second, Thailand needs to recognize the fact that, people from neighboring countries, they simply cannot afford to have legal passport. It's just impossible for them to have that.
Is there a possibility for reducing the cost for poor workers for registration?
We separate for two things, for medical insurance for themselves half, and another for work permit fee.
Is the problem entirely in Thailand? I mean, surely part of the problem is every accusation that you've leveled at the Thai government goes doubly for the Myanmar government.
Well, absolutely, but then we are operating here within what is supposed to be a democracy, and a developed country. So we would expect better standards here, at least. Obviously we can condemn the Myanmar government, but the Myanmar government does not issue passports to Burmese labour, so you can't just say that you can come in if you get a visa. That isn't the answer. What we need is automatic allocation of social security numbers to all workers who cross the border without charging a fee, and then when they get a job, then they can enter the social security system.
Does ASEAN have a role in this?
Well, ASEAN has coming up with more like regional labor standard, which looks very good on paper, but not much has been implemented. Not only in Thailand, but other countries which rely on migrant workers. This, in fact, is a proof. The days of Burmese migrant workers in Thailand should have been served as a wake-up call, because less than a month after that, there was a regional meeting for labor ministers for ASEAN in Thailand, but nothing has been done.
One problem is the trafficking gangs. Is the government doing enough to attack that problem?
It's a cost in origin country and in Thailand also. And maybe mostly they're not trafficking, they only smuggling. They pay for themselves for who can bring them to the border and bring them to the factory of Thailand.
So you think that the smuggling is not so bad an issue?
I think it's bad for illegal worker that not by regulation of law. They disorder the law. But we cannot management of them, because the border of Thailand is too long, about 4,700 miles.
Quick final word from you. This is a work in progress.
Actually, the problem of smuggling and trafficking would be abolished at a stroke if the restrictions on foreign workers were abolished.
Is that a likely situation?
We agree that people had to be smuggled, had to be trafficked in the countries, because they simply cannot have access to legal channel. So if the legal channel is improving itself, then we can address the smuggling and trafficking issue more effectively. And at the same time, we have to do away with corruption in Thailand as well. Let's face that.
And that's all we've got time for. Gentlemen, thank you all very much indeed. That's it for this edition of 101 East. We'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.